Welcome to our 2020 Fremont Family Friends event. Things are a little different this year, but we're glad you're joining us from the comfort of your home or from whatever location you're at. As you know, our vision at Lutheran Family Services is safety, hope, and well-being for all people. In order to live up to and into our vision of safety, hope, and well-being, we needed to make some lemonade out of lemons during this pandemic and go for a virtual event. We wanted to do this just to make sure everyone in our community, in our families, and on our staff are kept as safe as possible. You'll note that we're keeping our distance when off the screen at least 6 feet apart from everyone, and we have our masks on except when we're speaking directly to you. We have precautions set up for those occasions when we are speaking directly to you, plexiglass barriers to ensure we're keeping everyone here as safe as possible during the live portions of the event. We've been diligent in our efforts at Lutheran Family Services to wear our masks, keep our distance, and wash our hands. So thanks for your understanding and support as we all figure out how best to care for one another during these unprecedented times. It's not ideal, but I'm so glad we can still be together. Now, let's enjoy our annual Fremont Family Friends event.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us from the comfort of your home for what will be a fun night of virtually connecting with the LFS mission. I'm Mark Verson. I have the privilege of being the Chief Development Officer here at LFS. On a personal note, I appreciate you taking the time to join us, which gave me a reason to change out of my sweatpants for a suit. Though a bit more snug than prior to COVID-19, I was still able to make it fit. Tonight we are broadcasting live from the Rupert Dunklau Centers for Healthy Families here in Fremont, which is a city where LFS was founded 128 years ago. Though I wish we could be together live and in person at the Fremont Golf Club like we have in years past, we couldn't dream of a better, more fitting place than the Center for Healthy Families, where all your support makes our mission possible. Programs at the Centers for Healthy Family are made for and able to go by raising these critical dollars for your support and families and all the programs the services we provide. Our programs include children's and adult behavioral and mental health services, parenting support, getting ahead classes, and our boutique, where families can come at no charge to get much needed supplies like diapers, clothing, books, shoes, household supplies, and more. And this would not be made possible without the philanthropic support of so many. Your gifts this evening will directly impact Fremont families in need and help break the generational cycles of poverty, child abuse, neglect, and isolation. COVID-19 has caused many challenges for each and every one of us, especially those that may have already been in a tough spot. LFS was honored to receive a substantial amount of the CARES Act dollars that go directly to those in need. If there's someone that you know that might be in need of financial assistance with rent, mortgage, and/or utility assistance, please direct them to LFS. These funds can also be used for household items such as food, diapers, formula, and other basic necessities. Lastly, LFS can also provide much-needed devices and data plans to allow access to telehealth and other online resources for families in need. Please help us lift those in our communities by spreading the word. Now, last year at this event, we raised a record gross total of $176,000. So this year, since we're not in person, our goal is this year to raise $150,000. Leading into the evening, we have raised a remarkable $92,000 so far, and that is just amazing. So your support tonight through the auction and the gift from the heart will bring it home for Fremont community. So here's what we have in store for you tonight. and the opportunities to ensure that you help us reach our goals. Down the left side of the screen of your screen, you should see buttons that link you to the Super Silent Auction and a gift from the heart. You can access these buttons throughout the evening while still enjoying the presentation. We have 11 incredible auction items for you to bid on tonight. Bidding started last week and continues until 7 p.m., so bid high and bid often. Winners will be announced shortly after the event concludes. Now, Gift from the Heart, this is your opportunity to directly impact the programs and services provided here at Fremont Center for Healthy Families. This year, when you make a gift of $350 or more, you'll receive an LFS garden stake to proudly display at your home or at your work. Finally, we also have a raffle prize drawing this year at the end of the event. A generous donation from Raising Cane's will provide one attendee with a free Cane's for a Year weekly box combo. Yes, I know that is a mouthful. Everyone registered and tuning in tonight has an equal chance of winning, so good luck to you all. Now it is my distinct privilege to introduce our event chairs for the evening, Carla and Lonnie Mark. Carla and Lonnie have been active supporters of LFS since 2014, and we are extremely grateful for their leadership and flexibility during these challenging years. Thank you, Carla and Lonnie.
Thank you, Mark, for the introduction. It's an honor and a privilege for Lonnie and I to serve as chairs for LFS Fremont Family and Friends event for 2020. And what an interesting year 2020 has been. I know Lonnie and I will be glad to see it go and ring in 2021. I personally am looking forward to November 4th, so I don't have to see any more political ads. Over the past 2 years, our Fremont community has encountered, endured, and overcome actually tremendous challenges, from the recovery of the floods of 2018 and 2019 to the ongoing serving of the entire community during COVID-19 pandemic, to the day-to-day, everyday hardship that these families endure. LFS has been there every step of the way. And I know there are many great organizations that are deserving of your charitable donations. Since Lonnie and I have been associated with Lutheran Family Services, and specifically their operation here in Fremont, we felt a connection and an appreciation for the way in which families are helped. Not simply a handout. It's the opportunity to really get to know the families and what they need and offer a hand up. It's really teaching a path of sustainable success that will last them a lifetime. Now, Lonnie and I were blessed with 2 wonderful sons and subsequently 2 pretty amazing daughters-in-law. So if you happen to be listening tonight, it's still okay to donate. There's time. LFS provides an avenue for us to share God's many blessings that He's given us, and it allows us to help many, many more children. We thank each and every one of you for partnering with us tonight at Fremont Family Friends. Together, we can do extraordinary things for needy children and families in our community. And it's our pleasure to introduce the honorary chairs for 2020 and our friends, Rita and Roger Gorey.
Thank you, Carla and Lonnie, for your support. Roger and I are blessed and honored to be here this evening. Whether directly or indirectly, we've all been impacted by the events of the last couple years. We know children, parents, families suffer with day-to-day realities that we should never take for granted. Issues like food insecurity, isolation, anxiety, loss of job or diminished income, loneliness and exasperation, they are real. They are devastating and they are heartbreaking. You and I have the power tonight to help our Fremont families in need. As past chairs, longtime supporters, and believers in the work at LFS, and as engaged members of our Fremont community, we know families face many challenges. And with that in mind, let's offer this prayer. Good and gracious God, thank you for everyone that has come this evening to meet in person and virtually. For each mind and heart that fills our presence, we thank you and give our praise for the many blessings bestowed upon each of us. Our prayer tonight is that your will continues to be done through the many services offered at Lutheran Family Services Center for Families. We pray that our efforts for sustainability may be multiplied and aligned with your righteous will. Keep love and compassion at the forefront of our minds and your guiding light for all we set out to accomplish and celebrate. In your glorious name we pray. Amen.
A heartfelt thank you again to both the Marts and the Gories for their leadership this year. Each year this event is blessed with the support of generous sponsors and donors. Again, Valmont rose to help meet our goal, and it is my honor to introduce them as our presenting sponsor. Valmont is a pillar of our community and leaders of global efforts with a commitment to improving life worldwide. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you do for Lutheran Family Services and are delighted to share with our audience tonight how a local giant has reached around the globe.
At Valmont, conserving resources, improving life is more than a tagline. It's a commitment. A commitment to help feed a growing world population and meet the need for ever-improving diets. A commitment to help manage urban migration, which is demanding more than today's infrastructure can deliver. A commitment to advancing the technologies that are changing the way power is generated and distributed throughout the world. As the world evolves, so do we. For over 70 years, we've pioneered center pivot irrigation. As the global leader in precision irrigation, we help feed the world. Keeping communities safe at night with advancements in light pole engineering means we help light the way. Through our expertise in the design and manufacturing of power delivery structures, we help bring power to the globe. As an industry leader in the design and production of telecom structures, we help connect people. The coatings and finishes we provide for metal products build a more sustainable future. Using new manufacturing processes, materials, and techniques, we create extraordinary from the ordinary. Our global team of engineers and drafters are recognized around the world for our ability to deliver innovative solutions. At Valmont, we are committed to conserving resources, improving life.
It amazes me since I started about a year and a half ago of the importance of Valmont not only in partnership with ourselves, our community, but around the world. So thank you again, Valmont. All right, here's your chance to win and take home some amazing items through the super silent auction. Remember to bid high and bid often. Our first item is our side of beef, donated by Herbster Angus Farms. The side of beef auction item has been a staple at Fremont Family Friends for many years. And frankly, who doesn't want their freezers full of some Nebraska's finest beef? Next up is a stellar wine and cellar, donated by our chairs, Carla and Lonnie Mart. What goes really well with red meat? An instant wine cellar with some delicious assortment of wines, of course. So be sure to take a look at that. Next up, the bold stripes and bright stars, donated by Rita and Roger Gorey, our honorary chairs. It's another staple at the Fremont Family Friends event and is a stunning flagpole which will be installed wherever you so choose. Next, the Dartboard, donated by Alcar Billiards. With COVID-19, we have all been home a lot more than usual. This board has so many options to choose from, you will feel like you're back at your favorite pub. I personally know that I could use some fine-tuning of my own skills to beat my brother the next time we're finally able to get together. Next, the book wagon, donated by the congregation of Salem Lutheran Church. This is not just a book wagon that is provided. This is not just a book wagon. This is providing the opportunity for education for those in our community. Help give kiddos the opportunity to pick up a new book from the Centers for Healthy Families. Next, Go Big Red. Who doesn't want 4 signed autographed jerseys of 4 of the Husker greats in their sports room? Take home 4 signed jerseys of Mike Rozier, Johnny the Jet Rogers, Eric Crouch, and Tommy Frazier. All 3 Husker Heisman winners and 2-time national champ and Assistant Vice President of Development Tommy Frazier here at LFS. Next, 250 pounds of pork, donated by Holstone Farms. Personally, you had me at bacon. If you already had the beef in the freezer, here's your chance to get some of the state's best pork. Next, his and her Seiko watches, donated by Gunderson's Jewelers. Once we get back to whatever the new normal is, this set of his and hers watches will definitely be turning heads. Next, the customized Husker shuffleboard donated for the home, donated by Cecil Biker. Frankly, I really would love some people to be bidding on this because I think my wife might have some issues with me if we come home with this item, although it sounds like a great time. So take your home entertaining to the new level and show your Husker pride. Your friends and your family will definitely thank you later. The shoe tree, donated by the Congregation of First Lutheran Church, Fremont. These shoes are made for walking, that's for sure. Each year, the Centers for Healthy Families provides over 200 shoes to kiddos that may not have another option. Next, Smart Chicken for a Year, donated by Smart Chicken. Last and certainly not least, if you miss the opportunity of the beef or the pork, be sure to get your chicken here for the year. And if you're like me through the pandemic, I probably need to be eating a lot more lean meat. Well, who am I kidding? My wife's an amazing cook, so that's probably not going to help. But next, the gift from the heart is not just a catchy saying. It means exactly what it says. If your heart is leaning you towards lifting others, be sure to make a gift at any time. All gifts of any level make an impact, whether it's $25 or $2,500. Remember, gifts at and above $350 this year will receive a custom garden stake to show your LFS pride. Now let's take a look at why we are bidding on the meat and other items. Here at the Rupert Dunklau Center for Healthy Families, more than 4,000 families have participated in our parenting programs and other services. Please enjoy this video that illustrates one family that we serve here at LFS.
Coming into 2020, we knew that recovering from the 2019 flood was going to be several years. And so we knew that we were still going to be working with those families in a different capacity to help them get more sustainability and move forward and be more prepared for the next crisis. We didn't know the next crisis was going to be 2 months in. In Fremont, we saw a lot of needs from people that had never had to access our services before, or any services. All of the wonderful staff that I work with have gone outside of their comfort zone to do what the families need while we're still maintaining our safety and their safety, keeping health as a main focus.
Come on,
Ready.
Kevin, you know you can do it.
My name is Mina Maxwell, and I have 3 kids, and I've been married for 14 years.
Seesaw, seesaw, seesaw.
I was working 2 jobs, struggling. I had just found out I was pregnant, didn't know the resources out there. I didn't know what to do. The thought of how are we going to survive? Just all these thoughts run through your head, and you just never have anybody to talk to about it. You just need the help. With my 11-year-old being ADHD, she really needed that extra assistance. So we ended up going to counseling at LFS, and I started doing classes at LFS, and those classes helped me as a parent to grow, knowing that there's other people there to basically reach out to you.
My name is Kylie Severin. I'm an independently licensed clinical social worker,
And so I provide mental health therapy, and then I also oversee a team of other clinicians who serve our LFS clients and community. HIPAA-compliant, secure Zoom application to provide telehealth services to our clients. And really, the goal of the work that we're doing is to empower people to look for a life worth living. We want to see people develop a sense of belonging in their community, feel connected to resources. There's just so many different things that our clients face that we try to help them address. 99% of our services have been in person, but we've also learned an incredibly valuable lesson during this time, which is that when you rise to meet the occasion, you are going to be able to continue to do really powerful and important work, and maybe in some ways even better serve some of our clients.
Thank you, Maxwell family, for having the strength and courage to seek assistance and embrace the opportunities at Lutheran Family Services. You are such a valuable member of our community, and we're so proud to share your journey with our neighbors. I want to take a moment to recognize our fabulous Fremont staff that work day in and day out to put people first. We succeed when the people you serve succeed. A special thank you, a special thank you to the Fremont team who work in children's services, behavioral and mental health therapy services, and all of our crisis response and case managers. Thank you, Michelle, Mira, Mandy, Sherry, Amy, Annie, Jamie, Victoria, Cynthia, Kim, Tina, Karina, and Bree. Exceptional work, everyone. So many thanks. For so many in our community, Fremont Family Friends is more than a one-night event, but rather a daily endeavor, a year after year affinity for supporting our families in need. A special thank you to Linda and Terry McLean, who have championed Fremont Family Friends from its inception 9 years ago. Many people may not know that Fremont Family Friends actually started with an intimate dinner at the invitation of the McLeans in 2008, all to raise funds to renovate the boutique. In 2010, that vision was recognized at the ribbon-cutting ceremony at the Dunklau Center, and in 2012, you chaired the first community Fremont Family Friends at Fremont Golf Club. It's been an annual event ever since, and we all look forward to it every year. You demonstrated then the passion and foresight to involve the entire Fremont community in support of those in greatest need. And you continue to advocate today on behalf of LFS and the Rupert Dunklau Center for Healthy Families. Terry, for your tireless efforts promoting LFS and its foundation for the past 12 years, and to you both, for your daily commitment to our Fremont Family Friends, we pay tribute to you tonight with a heartfelt thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, Linda and Terry, for everything. In all of our communities to which we're called to serve, Lutheran Family Services leads as a faith-based organization, placing the people we serve at the center as experts in their own experience and effectively delivering health and human care that meet the needs of individuals and communities. We meet those needs socially, culturally, and linguistically. No matter when or how people come to LFS for services, they are welcomed and embraced, and there is truly no wrong door.
It takes strength to walk through our doors. No matter the challenges someone is facing, they are looking for our help. Every person who walks through that door has the hope for a better life. They have the courage to reach for more. And they look to Lutheran Family Services of Nebraska to help them take that leap of faith. They put their trust in us, and we must answer the call. No matter how or why, People come to LFS for service. They are welcomed and embraced. Every individual knows what they need for themselves and their family. We are here to walk alongside them. No client leaves LFS without direction and understanding about how and where to access the services they need. Whether through our in-house programs or through our partnerships with other agencies, government, business, civic and religious institutions, we can connect individuals and families to the services they need. No single organization alone can solve every challenge. Together, we will build a stronger community that provides safety, hope, and well-being for all. And that transformation starts the minute someone walks through our doors. Because every journey has a beginning.
Thank you, Stacy, and thank you to Terry and Linda McLean for your dedicated support and leadership. It's been remarkable to get to know you a little bit in my year and a half, both through your time on the foundation board and here in Fremont. So a heartfelt thank you to you as well. I'm always amazed, yet never surprised by the generosity of our families and corporate sponsors. Tonight would not be made possible without the support of these compassionate and generous supporters. Because of you, we are currently sitting just shy of $100,000, so we are getting close to our overall goal, but we still need your help. Recognizing our sponsors again, Valmont for being our presenting sponsor and continuously rising to the occasion to advance Fremont Family Friends and the LFS mission. The next level, our community or our village sponsors, both Dale Olson and Linda and Terry McLean have been longtime supporters and engaged with Lutheran Family Services, not only here in Fremont, but in the overall agency in itself. The next level, our community sponsor, Blake and Tanya Dillon, Kiewit, and our honorary chairs, Rita and Roger Gorey. Again, without your guys' support, we would not be at the level that we are at leading into our first virtual event. Our next level, our nearest and dearest friends, First State Bank and Trust Company, Barney and Clarence Barnhall, Christensen Lumber, Fremont Children's Dentistry, Gary and Julie Jorgensen, Emmanuel, First National Bank of Fremont, Great Plains Communications, Ron and Margie Schultz, and Dvorak Law Group. Thank you for coming in at our nearest and dearest. Our last but not least is our church sponsors. We have been graciously supported and lifted by our partners in faith for many years. Trinity Lutheran Church, Sinai Lutheran Church, First Lutheran Church, and Salem Lutheran Church. Thank you for not only your sponsorship and supporting financially, but also throughout the year doing diaper drives, shoe drives, book drives, and volunteering for all the services that we provide at LFS. So thank you. We would not be where we're at without the 23 sponsors that we had this year. Now where that sits from comparable years, we were right on pace with where we were at in previous years. Obviously, the difference is you're sitting at your own kitchen table and not, and not at a table with us at the golf club. So we're extremely excited to know that we are still meeting our goals to support the efforts here at the Centers for Healthy Families. Now, we are moments away from the auction closing, so be sure to get your final bids in, and best of luck to all. Remember, all proceeds from the auction support the Centers for Healthy Families, so no big is too large. So let's review where these items currently stand. Our side of beef, it looks like it's still sitting at the top in terms of our top priority for our supporters. The side of pork, ironically, is sitting right behind it, along with the custom shuffleboard at $1,000 both. That's a steal on the pork. I just got a half a hog myself, and I tell you, it's worth every penny. The Smart Chicken for a Year is another one. Again, if you want to help get that waistline a little bit tighter, maybe it's not the pork, maybe transition to the bidding on the chicken there. The wine, we got some stellar wines that are in there that are just, they're phenomenal. And I know the Gories and March, they gave a lot of thought and efforts within which wines are going into that package. Now I'm kind of, the Big Red, the 4 Husker jerseys. Last year at Fremont Family Friends, Tommy Frazier alone went for $2,600. We're sitting at $550 for not only Tommy, but the three Heisman winners for the Huskers. So, again, this is a great time to fill out your sports room for us to continue to move forward. And I just got handed a note, so I love seeing the support. We're about $11,000 so far in on the auction items for bidding, so I appreciate that. We've had amazing donations pouring in throughout the program as well. Over 35 people have helped raise over $11,000 in the gift from the heart. So again, thank you for your continued support. We're sitting at roughly 96,000 right now, again creeping up, and that number has actually, I think, even been updated since we're loading it on the screen. But we're closest to our goal, and we need your help to help us push us forward. Use the button again on the left side of your screen to make your donation now. While we wait, we're getting really close. I'm looking at the time. We got roughly 2 minutes, a minute and a half or so until we get to the auction closing. Like I said, the raffle item, we'll go ahead and choose that while we get closer to, we got a minute left. I'm going to reach in. We will announce the winners of the auction afterwards, but we put every name that has registered and is attending tonight in the bucket, and it coincides with that. The winner of the Raising Cane's for a year is Maggie Stutt. So Maggie Stutt. So Maggie, appreciate you signing on and registering for the event tonight, and we look forward to connecting with you offline to administer your gift certificate. How are we doing on time with the auction over here? We got 30 seconds left. So we're getting down to crunch time. I see the numbers moving just a little bit. The Stellar Wine went up. Got another bid. The Cricket Board, the side of pork went up a little. Shuffleboard is back up there again. So if we're in a bidding war, we're getting close. We got about 20 seconds left. Be sure to get your bids in. Again, this is a great opportunity. It's a great year to fill your freezer as processors around the country are backed up. And so here we are. We got about 5 seconds left. So get your final bids. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now the auction is closed. We will announce the winners, like I said, here shortly. And in the meantime, as promised, we just went through. Maggie Stutt, we will be reaching out to you for the free canes for a year. And now we'll keep moving forward here. And again, appreciate everyone that has logged on this evening. And as our night winds down to an end, together, I'm reminded of our beginning. And Fremont has supported LFS since inception, and tonight was no different. So thank you. Please join us as we raise our glasses for a toast. Whether drinking wine, water, coffee, or tea, it's time to toast to you. On behalf of the entire LFS staff, both locally and across the state, thank you. On behalf of people here tonight virtually for this event, as well as our generous sponsors and donors, we say thank you. On behalf of the children, parents, entire families whose lives you have impacted for the better, thank you. On behalf of myself and those in person tonight hosting this event with us, we say thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Nice little quick break right there. So, it's a new day for all of us wearing these masks, right? It's something that we're hopefully starting to get used to, maybe not, but as we look at again trying to provide safety and hope and well-being for the community, we at LFS continue to uphold our side of safety. So if you didn't get a chance to make a gift from the heart tonight, we will be leaving keeping the platform open all week for your convenience. But before we depart, here's what we all have been waiting for. The winning bids. Side of beef from Herster Angus Farms goes to Tim Welch from Texas. The Stellar Wine Cellar, Melissa, is that Deers? Melissa Deers. Congratulations. Rita Gorey, looks like you're getting your husband to put in a new flagpole for you. Appreciate your support there. I'm sure you can find a pretty good place for that there. The Cricket Pro Dartboard goes to our President CEO, Stacy Martin. Congratulations, Stacy, and I know that you and the girls and John will have a good time with that. The book wagon for the center, again, Rita Gorey, thank you, and Roger for your dedicated support and lifting so many others. The Husker jerseys, Jerry Menning. Jerry, congratulations on winning the Husker items. Side of pork from Holstone. Tim Welch from Texas. Tim, looks like you're coming up and getting a full freezer full of meat. Gunderson Jewels, his and her watches. Tim, welcome on board to LFS. Custom Husker Shuffleboard, Rebecca Hittner. Congratulations, and thank you for me not having to have a long conversation with my wife tonight when I get home. The Shoe Tree, again, Rita Gorey and Roger, thank you all so much for the continued support, not only from sponsorship, but really also stepping up in supporting the areas that are needed most. And the Smart Chicken for a year, I must have sold our chairs, the Marts, on the leaner meat of the others, and so they are our winner of the Smart Chicken for the year. Thank you again for joining us tonight and for your dedicated support of LFS. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without the support that we get from not only here in Fremont, not only in the state of Nebraska, regionally, but from all around the country and those that do help advance our mission. So as we sign off, please remember to stay safe and healthy, my friends. Have a great night.